an inmate at the Jessup Correctional Institution hanged himself in his cell the day after receiving a 123-year sentence in Baltimore Circuit Court. George Johnson, 28, was found unresponsive on the floor of his cell by an officer making rounds on Friday night, a prison system spokesman confirmed. The medical examiner's office determined he died of asphyxiation by hanging. Johnson was convicted in October of 4 counts of false imprisonment and 4 counts of reckless endangerment for an incident in which he led police on a chase, then held people hostage inside of a Southwest Baltimore Burger King last year. Johnson was acquitted of the most serious charges he faced, including first- and second-degree assault and use of a firearm in a violent crime counts. Circuit Court Judge Melissa Finn on Thursday sentenced him to 123 years for the misdemeanor convictions. Johnson's defense attorney, Anne Marie Gehring, said Thursday that the sentence was very excessive and demoralizing to Johnson. She said he never threatened any of the hostages, but was trying to formulate a plan to escape the police. His sentencing guidelines, a suggested sentence based on the conviction and prior criminal history, called for between 1 and 17 years in prison. False imprisonment in Maryland is a common law charge with no prescribed penalty except that it not be cruel and unusual. Finn sentenced Johnson to 25 years for each count of false imprisonment. There needs to be a statutory maximum given to that charge to give guidance for what we intend the maximum to be, Gehring said. State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby, in a statement, said, "I pray that the victims in this case will be able to heal from the emotional scars caused by such a traumatic experience." Prosecutors said that in July 2016, an officer on routine patrol in the 3400 block of Callaway Avenue recognized a gold GMC Yukon being sought in connection with a rape that had occurred the day before. Johnson fled and a chase ensued for nearly a half hour, ending when he got into a crash at North Monroe and Washington Boulevard. Prosecutors said Johnson was armed with a handgun and fled into the nearby Burger King. They say he forced 3 employees and a 7-year-old girl into the manager's office and would not let them out. After several hours of a standoff, 2 employees were released. An armed man suspected in an alleged recent rape took 4 people hostage, including a 7-year-old girl, for hours Sunday inside a Baltimore Burger King, where he had barricaded himself following a police pursuit across the city that ended in a car crash, authorities said. After hours of negotiations, an armed man suspected in an alleged recent rape took 4 people hostage, including a 7-year-old girl, for hours Sunday inside a Baltimore Burger King, where he had barricaded himself following a police pursuit across the city that ended in a car crash, authorities said. After hours of negotiations, Johnson made one hostage toss his gun out of the drive-through window before he walked out of the restaurant with the remaining 2 hostages. Police recovered Johnson's loaded semi-automatic handgun outside.